Hello, I'm Rabbi Elton from the Great Synagogue in Sydney, and welcome to From the Rabbi's Bookshelves. This week, another medieval work, the Sefer Abudarham, which is a commentary from 14th century Spain on the prayer book. It was thought that people were losing touch with the meaning behind the prayers, and it was important for Rabbi David Abudarham to write a single volume, which would be a commentary to all the blessings and all the prayers of the whole year, so people would be better informed and more inspired to come along and take part in prayer in public and also in private. I also have a family connection to this book because one of my cousins married an Abudarham in Gibraltar about 20 years ago, and I still remember the wedding with all the Gibraltarian Sephardi customs, which are very beautiful. He goes through the whole year, all the different services, whether weekday, Shabbat, Yom Tov, high holidays, and each one gets a discussion. And in each case, he will tell you not just what is done, but also why it's done. What is the reason why we carry out a particular custom or we have a liturgy of a particular type. And so I'll give you one example. He's talking about the reading of the Torah. Now we know that when we read the Torah, whether it's on a weekday or Shabbat or a Yom Tov, we call a Cohen first, if there's one present, and then a Levi, and then a Yisroel, then an Israelite, one of the rest of us. Why is that the case? So let's see what the Abudarham says about it. Ve'elu hagimel, these are the three, shekorin heim, which read from the Torah when it's taken out to be read in public. Of course, nowadays we have a reader, but at least three people minimally say the blessings on a Monday or Thursday or Shabbos Mincha. Cohen, Levi, Yisroel, from the priestly tribe, from the Levitical tribe, and then from the rest of us. The Cohen, Techillah, and first of all the Cohen has his call-up, Ve'achakach Levi, then the Levite has his call-up, Ve'achakach Yisroel, then finally the Israelite has his call-up. Ve'garasina Beperek Hanazikin, and he quotes a passage from the Talmud in Gittin, Elu Devarim, She'amrim Mipnei Darchei Shalom. These are the matters which were instituted for the sake of Darchei Shalom, for the sake of peace. We want to keep peace in the community. Cohen, Korah, Rishon, V'acharav Levi, V'acharav Yisroel. First a Cohen is called up, and then a Levite, and then one of the rest of the people. Now, why does it maintain peace in the community to have this Cohen, Levi, Yisroel order? Well, the answer is this. Originally, the person who was the greatest scholar in the room would be given the first aliyah, the first call for Torah, and then subsequently the second greatest scholar, then the third greatest scholar. And we don't want arguments between people about who's big and who's small, who's more accomplished, who's less accomplished. We don't want those sorts of disputes going on in our synagogues. So we say the Cohen always gets first, the Levi always gets second, and the Yisroel always gets third, and we leave aside any possible rancor and fights about who deserves the first, second, or third aliyot. So beautiful teaching to remind us that we can allow our own ego, our own sense of self-importance to get in the way of even the most important religious acts, and so a new institution brought in that we're always going to have a Cohen, Levi, Yisroel in that order whenever we read the Torah, informed by the Abudarham in his commentary on the whole of the prayer book. Thank you for joining.